There's a place somewhere between heaven and earth that defines the end of one and the beginning of another. Not land or sky or up or down. It is a midpoint and a balance. It is the axis Mundi. It's a place in reality with secrets that will change the lives of a small, hard-working family.
To figure out a little bit more about himself. He has an option I didn't have.
Yeah, well, at some point we have to tell him about your side of the family. And that's gonna be a whole other conversation.
Yeah, I'm not worried. You know, he's been like having these dreams.
Malik is more than ready. Fact is, he should have been in those fields at least 4 harvests ago.
I still don't understand why he needs to go now. Just because your father had you in those fields way sooner than you should have, he should too? Come on, you know this is dangerous work.
It's not so dangerous.
Not so dangerous. Remember when you broke your leg up in those hills? Who had to come get you? I did. I walked all night to find you laid on your back, helpless.
Come on, Celeste, I wasn't helpless. I was just gazing at the stars and you barge in all fired up, ready to save the day.
Cyril, you know that's not what happened. Next time, I have a mind to leave you right out there.
Listen, we can talk about this all day and you can say anything you want. But I've made up my mind and that's it. He's going.
Okay then, fine. Why does he have to follow in our footsteps?
It's not about him following in our path. It's about him finding his own. I don't want him to end up exactly like us either, but that's a choice he's got to make.
Keep your voice down. We don't want to wake him. Okay.
If Malik chooses this life, then he's got to be ready. And it's up to us to get him ready. Our family's been working this land for more generations than any of us can remember. In fact, this ain't no easy life. No matter what he decides, he's no longer a child, Celeste. He's a man. But a man with no direction ain't no real man. He's useless to himself and his family.
But Malik's special. He's special. Shouldn't we give him the time he needs to become an adult?
He may be special, but right now he's stuck at almost. I'm his dad, and I'm not leaving this world until I'm sure I've helped him find his path, just like my dad helped me. You know those marks that you make to measure how tall he's getting? That boy's grown so much. You can't hardly reach that high anymore.
Yes, I can.
Okay, but just barely. Well, come on, Celeste. Do I have to state the obvious?
It's just Malik's our only child. Hey, I just want him safe. Don't you want him safe? I mean, it just scares me to think of him out there without us there to protect him.
Celeste, you hold on to that boy too tight. Sometimes too much love can hurt a boy. I love our son as much as you do, but one day neither of us is gonna be there to protect him. So right now it's up to us to get him ready for that day. Besides, he's been asking for this chance for so long, he's starting to think that we're never gonna let him go.
Come in. I thought you were gonna wake me earlier.
Well, good morning to you too.
Sorry, Dad. Good morning.
I know, I just wanted to make sure you got enough rest last night before we got going. Now, don't forget to pace yourself. We got a long way to go and a lot to do, and I'm not carrying you back if you get tired.
Okay, but I gotta show you something first. Look, I set my pack just like yours. I've been watching you do it so long, I could do it blindfolded. You see? Rope, shovel, light, gloves, case, and saw.
Where's your goggles?
Oh, man. Can't believe I did that.
Don't worry, this ain't a test.
I know, but I just want everything to be perfect.
First rule of adult wisdom, perfect ain't important. There's much more to life than being perfect. In fact, perfect is just another way of saying that two things are exactly the same.
You always seem to be ready for everything. You have an answer or story or some kind of fix that makes everybody look up to you.
Now listen, I'm not perfect, but I do have skills. I'm what you might call a specialist.
A specialist?
That's right, a specialist. You see, everybody has something special that they get to be good at. Take your mom's crazy laugh. That crazy laugh still makes me jump if I don't know it's coming, but I love it when she does it. Our neighbors say that I snore so loud that all the animals in the area keep their distance, making this place safer after dark. Now that's special. And look at you. You're so smart, your brain's almost too big for your big head. Now tell me that ain't special.
Well, where do you think I got my big head from?
Your mom, of course.
Dad, you are crazy.
I know. Now come on, let's go. Malik, I'm gonna tell you about how your mom and I first met.
I guess if you have to.
Well, I was making some deliveries in the city, and a friend there invited me to a gathering he was having that evening. When I first arrived, I felt a little uncomfortable around all those strangers, till I saw your mom. She was the finest girl in the room, and as far as I could tell, way out of my league. There was something different about her. She made me feel right at home. She just came straight over to me and started talking to me. Ever since that night, nothing could keep us apart.
Dad, can I tell you something?
Sure, what is it?
My stomach's all tied up in knots. I'm sorry, but I'm not sure if I'm ready.
You're not having second thoughts, are you? Look, there's nothing to worry about. Our work here is very simple. We just plant, pick, and deliver to market. There's a few small details in between there, but basically that's it.
Yeah, but Dad, you ever get scared when Granddad brought you out here?
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. The first day your granddad brought me to the fields, I lied and told him I was sick. He took me anyway. He told me that he told his dad the same tale, and that if I was gonna lie, I should at least try to be original. It's natural to be nervous, but as you can see, I turned out fine. Just look at me.
Well, you're okay, I guess.
Yes. Malik, I'm sure I don't need to tell you how important these fields are to us. There'd be no energy to power anything on this planet without them. But that's not the only reason they're important. These fields represent a connection between us and these creatures. It's a bond that can never be broken. You see, our people...
I know, Dad. Our people and these creatures pledged an oath to help one another for all time because we both have something that the other needs to survive. Since we don't have a star to keep us warm, we need their light and energy to bring life to this world, and they need our humanity to give them purpose. Dad, I never understood that last part. You know, the give them purpose part. What's that supposed to mean anyway?
I'll just say that these creatures are more like us than you might think. But let's get to why we're here today. It's time to make things official. Stand up. Come on, straighten up. Get your head up. Come on, Malik, lift your head up. Now, this part's important. Close your eyes. Don't open them. Okay, now you're a man. Now let's get back to work.
Is that it?
No, I just wanted to see what you look like with dust in your face.
Dad!
I'm sorry, son. Okay. But you are a man now. And that means you're responsible for yourself and maybe one day your own family.
Dad,
Yes.
I had that dream again. I didn't want to say nothing about it because whenever I do, you and Mom always get quiet and start looking all worried. I thought this was just part of me becoming a man, but something's not right. Then there's other things. I feel strange, like I'm changing or something.
That's natural. That's all part of growing up.
But I've been hearing and seeing things, like at night, the animals sound like they're trying to talk to me. Then there's the dream. Ever since I can remember, every first harvest I have that dream. But this time, that baby, he said my name.
You did what?
He said my name. Well, not exactly my name, but it's hard to explain.
Son, there's something your mom and I have been wanting to talk to you about. Everything's okay, son. They're just telling me that they like you and that we should stop jabbering.
How did you know that? Can you talk to them?
It's the colors they're showing. They have a language, but it's different than ours.
So they know me. How do I get to know them? Can you show me what those colors mean?
Well, right now, it's important that they get to know you. So keep your thoughts clear and focus on your work. One thing I will say is, it's that light of theirs. That light cuts straight deep into your heart to find out who you really are. Now, don't be alarmed if you start to see things that are strange or unfamiliar. It's just them sharing with you.
Sharing what?
They're
Dad. Dad! Dad! Granddad? Where'd you come from? Where's Dad?
Tiny little lightning bug. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you know, I can only see a couple of feet in front of me without my glasses, so... It's better. Where you been, boy?
Granddad, you know Mom never wanted me anywhere near these fields, and Dad would have... Whoa. Wait a minute. You died?
Yes, I died. But the rules for dying are a little bit different out here.
So, am I dead? Oh man, I must be dead.
Whoa. What you saying, boy? You're not dead and you're not dreaming. Now stop talking so much and just listen. I've got this whole speech ready for you. Now let me see. Okay, I've got it. Here we go. Now, the way I understand it, it's the light. Can't you just see it, boy? Don't you just... Don't you just feel it, boy? You see, when you start tending to these fields, you share with these creatures, and you become bonded with them by blood.
I do what?
They become part of you. You become part of them. And you know there are a few perks to this arrangement. Now, these creatures are they're what you might call eternal. I don't know the hows or whys, but I do know that because of these creatures, my light may never go out. What do you think, boy?
What do I think about you being eternal?
No! What do you think about my speech? I have been working on this here speech since the day you saw your first day rise.
But Granddad, how's any of this even possible? How come nobody told me about this?
Now is the time to tell you this, boy.
If you are my grandfather, Dad would know that you were here. right?
I'm not a ghost. And I'm definitely not trapped here. I mean, I have been busy traveling this whole universe, and I've seen it all from the Pleiades to Patolo, but guess what? I came all the way back here just for you. And no, your daddy. You don't know I'm here. I ain't been here for a long while. But this is your special day, see? Just like your daddy. This is your first visit to the fields, and I wanted to be here to welcome you myself. These creatures, they don't have the same rules that we do when it comes to space and time. They can be any place at any time they please, and now, because of them, I can be any place at any time I please.
But Granddad, where's Dad?
He's here. Same place, but different time. We're kind of breaking some natural laws as I see it, but it's almost there, Oz. We have a lot to do. But they would like to speak to you first. So just relax and they'll take it from here. I love you, boy.
I love you too, Granddad. Mom? Where did you come from? Oh, yeah, I know this sounds crazy, I know, but I just spoke to Granddad and he told me that those creatures in the canyons wanted to tell me about something, and it was so weird.
Malik, honey, slow down. Your dad and I were talking, and he reminded me that you are no longer my little bundle of cheeks. And now, it's time you take your place amongst the adults.
Everyone thinks I'm ready, and I thought I was too, but now I don't know. It feels like I'm missing something important. I thought today, once we got to the fields, Dad would show me like how Granddad showed him, but all I got was some dust in my face.
Did you tell your dad how you feel?
No, but...
But you're right. You are missing something very important, and it's all my fault. I tried to keep the world away from you. I just wanted to shield you from anything frightening or confusing. But I robbed you of something very important, and that's your confidence, son. See, your dad always said that humans need the love of family and community, but without the freedom to explore without limits, you'll never believe in your own abilities.
What do you mean, humans?
So your dad didn't talk to you? I knew he would leave this to me to clear up. Look, I'm gonna try to explain this the best way I can. The answer to your question is yes and no.
Can't anybody just give me a straight answer?
Look, your dad and I met at a party, just like he said. I didn't know anyone there either. Your dad's heart was so pure. I mean, I hadn't even spoken to a human before that night. Of all the people in the party, he just shined like a star in my eyes. And not too far from that, we were married, but I still hadn't been honest. But one night we were walking along the starlight. I was so happy. I just glowed. I just started floating skyward. I lost all control. I just couldn't help myself. And he just reached out and he held my hand and he floated skyward with me. I started to cry, but he told me not to. So I asked him how long had he known? And he said he'd known the whole time. Not too far after that, you were born.
So you're saying you're one of those things in the canyons? So what does that make me?
Son, now you wait 1 second. We are beings, not things. Just like every other being that inhabits this world. So if you think that you have any more right to this planet than any other being, you are sadly mistaken.
I'm sorry, Mom, but what am I supposed to think? And why did you wait so long to tell me all of this? Now I don't know who I am or what I'm supposed to be. Am I a giant floating eternal being or am I a man like Dad?
That's easy, son. You're a man. Just like your dad. You have his pure heart. But you're also like me. I may be one of those beings, but what you see in front of you is exactly who I am. I am flesh and blood like any other human with the same imperfections. Long ago, when I transformed to this body, I did so because I loved your father. I made a choice for my destiny, just like you have to do now.
Dad.
Come on, Celeste, what's taking so long? I thought your people could just use that light of theirs and get to it a lot quicker. Listen, Malik, back in my day, when a boy became a man, we'd have a little talk, some celebrating, and the deal was done. Boom, you're a man. But our situation is a little bit more complicated. You see, your mom's side of the family feels like they sort of been left out of your life. So they've asked that if maybe you could hang out with them for a while. You know, roam the stars for a few eons, meet your cousins and stuff like that. I mean, it's only fair that they get a chance to know you better.
Everybody just stop. I can't do this. Everything is just way too confusing. There are things that I don't even know that I don't know. I just don't want to mess things up. I want to believe that I'm ready, but deep down inside me, I don't think I'll ever be ready.
Malik, you might not remember because you were just a baby, but that night when I broke my leg out in the fields, you and your mom walked all night to get to me. Your mom said you didn't complain a lick. When you finally found me, the first words out of your mouth was, "I want to help you, Daddy." I knew then that you were ready. You see, you just gotta need to want to do it. You just gotta need to want to give everything you got for those that you love.
Malik, you are more than ready for this, son. Not just for manhood, but for something bigger. You're one of a kind. My family just wants to get to know you so they can show you our ways. They're gonna take you on a tour of the cosmos. You're gonna be able to see things no human has ever seen or done before. But it's your choice, son.
So what do you think?